I started working in the nonprofit sector in 1998. 1998. And so much of the prevailing theories I've seen from what I call the old guard, the state associations, the AFPs of the country. Every state has an AFP chapter. The same things they were teaching me back in 1998, they are using the same things today. And I found over the first 15 years of time I spent in fundraising that it simply did not work in smaller and mid-sized nonprofits. Their techniques work very well for the well-heeled organization, the universities, the hospital foundations, the big box nonprofits like the American Heart Association. Yes, those techniques work very well for the well-heeled, established organizations, but for the smaller, what I call independent nonprofits, meaning you're not the American Heart Association, you're a smaller independent nonprofit, those techniques do not work. When I worked in different types of nonprofits, I worked in arts organizations, I worked in transitional housing, as I shared with you. And then when I moved on and I worked in national nonprofits, larger nonprofits, including under Bobby Kennedy Jr. for a national advocacy nonprofit. I found that this same model, which worked for me in a small regional organization to jump from 600,000 annually to 8.5 million annually, it was replicable in every size and type of nonprofit. And then when I went into consulting, and I consulted for small nonprofits and large, all the way up to the United Nations Foundation I consulted for, and the San Diego Museum of Art I consulted for. Do you know that even in the bigger shops, many of them are stagnant in their major gift campaigns? They are completely reliant on their endowments that are decades old because they have nothing new in terms of building new relationships with new major gift donors, and they were able to utilize major gifts ramp up. So for me, from my personal experience, that made me a believer. That's why I joined the firm 5 years ago and became the president of the firm, because I have just seen time and time again, even now in over these 5 years in the nonprofits we have served, their ability to go from hundreds of thousands annually to multi-million dollar nonprofits by using this particular method.